how to reset the transmission limp mode and drive normally again. Ever had your car suddenly lose power, refuse to shift gears properly, or feel like it's stuck in slow motion, even though the engine's still running? Luck. That's limp mode, also called limp home mode. And while it can be frustrating, it's actually your car trying to protect itself from major damage. And hey, welcome to AutoVFix, where we help you diagnose and fix your car problems in an easy-to-follow steps. So, what exactly is limp mode, and how can you reset it to get your car driving normally again? Let's break it down. Limp mode is your car's way of saying, something's wrong and I'm not risking a total breakdown. When the engine control unit or transmission control unit detects a serious issue like low fluid pressure, sensor failure, or transmission malfunction, it limits power and locks the transmission into a low gear. The goal is to give you just enough performance to get home or to a shop safely without causing more damage. Here's how you can tell your car's gone into limp mode. The check engine light is usually the first clue. It might show up as the regular orange engine symbol or, in some cars, a wrench icon that says drivetrain malfunction. You'll also notice the car won't go past certain speeds, typically 30 to 45 miles per hour. The engine might refuse to rev higher than 2,000 or 3,000 RPM, and the transmission might feel stuck in one gear, refusing to shift up. Acceleration will feel sluggish, the engine may shudder, and in some vehicles you'll lose secondary features like AC or cruise control. Now here's the good news. Sometimes limp mode can be cleared temporarily so you can get home or to a mechanic. But remember, these are short-term resets, not real repairs. If the root problem is still there, limp mode will return. The first thing to try is a key cycle reset. Pull over safely, turn the car completely off, and let it sit for about 5 minutes. Restart it. Sometimes a simple reboot clears a temporary glitch in the control system and restores normal function. If that doesn't work, check your fluids, especially engine oil and transmission fluid. Low transmission fluid is a common trigger because it causes low hydraulic pressure inside the transmission, which the computer detects as a serious fault. Top off the fluids if needed, but use the correct type listed in your owner's manual. If limp mode persists, try a hard reset by disconnecting the battery. Here's how. Pop the hood and find your battery. The negative terminal is usually marked with a black cap or a minus sign. Use a wrench to loosen the nut and disconnect the cable. Hold the cable away from the post for about a minute, or up to half an hour if you want to ensure the car's memory fully drains. Reconnect the cable and tighten it back up. When you restart the car, any stored codes might be cleared. A small warning here. Disconnecting the battery can reset your radio presets and clock. And in newer cars, it might temporarily reset adaptive settings like transmission learning. So expect slightly different shift timing right after reconnecting. Still stuck in limp mode? Then it's time to grab a diagnostic scanner or OBD2 tool. These are inexpensive and plug right into the port under your dashboard. Once connected, the scanner will display diagnostic trouble codes. Those P codes like P0740 or P2111 that pinpoint the issue. You can read and clear those codes directly from the scanner or through a smartphone app like Torquay or Car Scanner. Clearing them might reset limp mode temporarily, but if the fault is real, the code will reappear. Before we move on, if this video is helping you understand your car better, hit that like button and subscribe to AutoVFix. We make it simple to fix problems before they cost you thousands. Alright, let's talk about what really causes limp mode and what you need to fix to drive normally again. In many cars, the most common trigger is a bad throttle body or actuator. When that part sticks or fails, the computer can't control airflow properly. You'll often see code P2111. Replacing the throttle body usually solves it, and parts typically cost around $100 to $150. Another common cause, especially in trucks like the 2015 to 2017 F-150, is the transmission lead frame. This is the brain that communicates between the engine and transmission. When it fails, you'll often see a wrench icon and lose shifting ability. Unfortunately, fixing it is labor-intensive. The transmission has to be dropped and fluid drained. Expect around $200 to $1,400 for that repair, though the price usually includes a fluid flush. Then there's the torque converter clutch solenoid. When this solenoid fails, the transmission can't lock the torque converter properly, triggering limp mode. You'll see codes like P0740 or P0744. Replacing this solenoid generally costs between $300 and $750, depending on your vehicle. In some European vehicles, particularly Mercedes models with the 722.9 transmission, limp mode can be caused by a faulty RPM sensor or electro-hydraulic controller unit. The related codes often include P0717, P0718, or P0722. Depending on the exact issue, you might need a repair kit or a full replacement of the control unit. Other triggers include low fluid levels, damaged wiring, failed sensors like the MAF, mass airflow sensor, or TPS, throttle position sensor, or even consistent engine misfires. Each of these can trip the computer into protective mode. Here's a key point. Even after you fix the faulty part, your car might still stay in limp mode until you clear the stored codes from the transmission controller. Some systems require a dealer-level scan tool or a specialized shop to reset the transmission computer properly. If the same fault code appears 3 times in a row across multiple drive cycles, your vehicle enters what's called permanent limp mode. In that state, it won't reset on its own, no matter how many times you disconnect the battery, until the repair is verified and cleared with the right diagnostic tool. So yes, you can get your car out of limp mode temporarily with a few quick tricks, but the only true fix is to find and repair what caused it in the first place. Whether that's a faulty sensor, bad wiring, or a failing transmission part, addressing it early saves you from much bigger headaches later. If you found this helpful, give the video a thumbs up and share it with someone dealing with a no-start problem right now. And if you want more car advice explained in plain English, don't forget to subscribe to AutoVFix so you can stay one step ahead of your repairs and keep more money in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.